Hey everyone, how are you all doing? For today's video I will be talking about Captain Fordo. If you don't know who he is, he was an ARC clone trooper in the 2003 micro series Star Wars The Clone Wars. He was a really interesting character, but unfortunately he was made legends. So let's start. Who is Captain Fordo? ARC 77, also known as Fordo, was an Alpha class advanced recon commando, also known as ARC. He appeared in the 2003 micro series Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is now considered Legends. He appeared in 8 episodes of the micro series. In 22 BBY, Fordo was assigned to a task force led by Obi-Wan Kenobi. This task force, better known as the Munilins 10, proved to be useful in the Battle of Munilinst. A group of 10 clones made out of 2 ARC troopers, 7 infantry clone troopers and Fordo himself. Their objective was to infiltrate a separatist base after disabling a large cannon which they blew up with loads of explosives after they destroyed all droids in the command booth. In 19 BBY, Fordo and the Munilins 10 were present on Coruscant when the separatists attacked the Republic's capital, where they fought off battle droids with Jedi Master Mace Windu and Jedi Master Yoda after being almost overrun. It is unclear whether Fordo took part in executing Order 66. Although this is most likely the case, people would still like to theorize about Fordo either removing his inhibitor chip or refusing to execute the order out of his own will. I myself has been one of those people. I too have theorized whether Fordo executed Order 66 or not. And since the release of the first episode of The Bad Batch, I've been wondering if Captain Fordo could ever become canon again. Maybe he could even show up in The Bad Batch. To introduce Fordo into canon would be a far-fetch as of now. The Clone Wars have ended, and to bring him into the story of The Bad Batch would only make sense if he heavily contributes to the story. But I wouldn't rule out the possibility of Fordo's comeback. We might get to see him in comics, or we could read about him in novels. I say this because Lucasfilm has brought back another character from the 2003 Clone Wars series. In the new Dr. Aphra comics, a Jedi bounty hunter has been brought back. If you're not aware who I'm talking about, I'm referencing Dirge. Dirge was a Jedi bounty hunter who was active for almost 2000 years. He had collected a large amount of bounties and hated the Mandalorians, of which he once even killed their leader. Dirge was able to survive near-death experiences due to his Jedi heritage. At some point he was even recruited into the army of the Confederacy, where he would become a commander and lead droid forces into combat. However, this is all Legends lore. In Dr. Aphra, he's a bounty hunter during the Imperial era, and his origins are yet unknown. With the reintroduction of Dirge, I think it's quite possible to bring back Captain Fordo too. A story where he finds out about the inhibitor chips would be very interesting, and it could be a great concept for a comic or novel. If Captain Fordo would appear in The Bad Batch, I hope he's one of the clones Rex is searching for, the clones of which Rex wants to remove their chips. Till now we know those clones are Gregor and Wolf, and also The Bad Batch. Maybe he'll go after more clones like Cody, Bly, and perhaps even Bakara. Fordo can be one of those clones too. And the story would be really interesting if he would be one of those clones. Imagine this. Fordo is somewhere in the galaxy, on a planet where the Empire just took control of the government that was first the Confederacy of Independent Systems. The transition from the Republic to the Empire is still fresh. Clones in the white armor now guard the capital, under the command of Captain Fordo. He still has his white and red gear, and the helmet, on which a pair of J-guys are painted, covers his face. One day, while he still holds command of the security of the capital, he is approached by another clone. Out of surprise, Fordo gets knocked out with a stun blast. The clone who approached him pulls him into an empty room and sets him against the wall with his hands cuffed. He wakes Fordo up, takes off Fordo's helmet and starts talking. At first, Fordo calls him a traitor. However, the clone takes off his own helmet as well. Fordo stares into his own eyes, but the clone has blonde hair rather than the usual black, and on the side of his head A scar can be seen. It's Rex, infiltrating the base Fordo has to guard. Outside, Gregor and Wolf are on the lookout, pretending to be regular clones as well. Rex speaks to Fordo about the inhibitor chip and about Order 66. He explains everything, all while Fordo keeps himself quiet. Rex sees Fordo is struggling with some trouble. He sees it in his eyes. He knows he's not just speaking to a normal clone, whose mind has been taken over by the chip. Fordo still holds some will of his own. Minutes go by, and Rex uncuffs Fordo, hoping he won't try to attack Rex. And he doesn't. They agree to head to the medical station to remove Fordo's chip immediately. Once Fordo is relieved of his inhibitor chip, Rex's objective turns into an extraction mission. Other clones start to suspect something's wrong, and soon enough, both Rex and Fordo are chased by regular clone troopers. Together with Gregor and Wolf, they escape the capital, and Fordo is finally free again. The story pretty much plays this far in my mind, but imagine how cool this could look. Visualize it in your head, in either live action or animation, or maybe even in comic style. How cool would it be if we got a story like this someday? Tell me what you think of Fordo returning to canon. Is it something you think is possible? Or do you maybe even think it's time for the Clone Wars era to end? That's of course also a possibility. Tell me in the comments, I would be very interested in your visions regarding this subject. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and if so, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter and TikTok as well. I use the same username on these socials, @memelordmal. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.